Well, hello everyone. I'm Matt Maudlin with Fitness Revolution. I'm excited today that I have joining me Dr. Evan Osar. Dr. Evan Osar is the developer of the Integrative Movement System, which I'm excited to learn more about. But also the reason that we have him on today is we're going to talk a little bit about EFPS and his particular session titled Client Retention Through Injury Prevention, which I think is interesting. Excited to thank you, Dr. Osar. I appreciate you joining us today. So,
absolutely, thanks for having me on, Matt.
Absolutely. So we got started by me introducing you as a developer of the Integrative Movement System. I'm excited to learn more about that. Tell me about what does that mean?
In a simple nutshell, I love the statement by James Clear. He's the author of the book Atomic Habits. And he says, we do not rise to the level of our goals, we fall to the level of our systems. And in our industry, so many of us, and I'll talk from experience, I didn't have a system when I first started. I was just doing what I was taught in school, doing what I was taught at these conventions, just going, taking piecemeal information from here and here, and just throwing it at my clients and my patients and wondering why so many of them didn't get better, why they didn't get the results they needed, why my business wasn't running the way I wanted it to be run, why the results weren't for my clients or my business or myself, my financial situation wasn't as significant as I thought it should be, given the amount of time, effort, investment, my own investment, personal investment in my education and coaches and things like that, why it wasn't working. And it really comes down to systems. So what I realized early on was I started out as a chiropractic physician, but I'd been personal trainer in college. So when I started my practice, it was slow, and I was new to Chicago here. So I started to go back to personal training just to make some extra income and start to build my business and get the word out. And what I realized was literally every single person that came to see me for personal training, whether their goal was build muscle, lose fat, everybody's got the same kind of goals, very similar goal. Almost all of them were dealing with injuries. And what would happen is very quickly into our workouts, whether it be weeks or even months, they would start to get injuries and then they'd leave and go to physical therapy or they'd go back to their medical doctor. And I was losing clients, even as a chiropractor. They're like, oh, this is nothing, it's my knee, so you're a chiropractor, I'm going to go see my orthopedist. And what I was really realizing was these individuals weren't the healthy population. And most of us in the health and fitness industry, we've been taught to work with healthy individuals, especially if you're listening to this and you're a fitness professional, you've been taught to work with healthy populations. And if you work with the general population, especially that older population, and I say older, I'm talking 50, 60, 70, that they're not healthy. They're coming to you with a laundry list of medical conditions, as well as orthopedic injuries, joint issues, muscle issues. So what I needed to do for myself was create a system that I can look at my clients and then know the impact that my exercise is having directly upon my client right then and there. Not 3 months down the road, not 6 months down the road, not a year down the road, but we create a system that we can assess our clients, use the most effective corrective exercises, and then integrate that into the fundamental movement patterns. That's the integrative movement system, and know right then and there in that session, before and after that session, what impact is my approach having upon my clients. And it's very impactful for our business and to get client buy-in. Because the last thing I'll say about this is I just got an email. So we do a lot of consults with gyms. We come in and teach them the integrative movement system and how to integrate it into their current paradigm. So I got an email from a colleague of mine who said, I just lost 2 clients because one had shoulder pain. I got shoulder impingement. I can't come to class today because I have to go to my doctor. Another one, I got hip pain. I can't come to your class. I have to go back to my medical doctor. So we hear this all the time that facilities are losing clients because they're in pain. And a lot of times our exercises are directly contributing to their discomfort or their issues without even knowing it, because we don't have the right system in order to evaluate what impact our exercise is having. So what we do is we go in there and empower these fitness studio owners to create a system so that way they understand what impact their exercise is having, how to determine the impact, how to get client buy-in with using this specific process so that they retain more clients. And what's cool about this process is not only do you retain the clients that you currently have, because you don't have to send them out to physical therapy or chiropractors or medical doctors, but you also get more clients because they see that your system, your approach is different than anything they get elsewhere in the industry. That is a very specific system, and they love the ability to take control and understand the process that you're taking them through.
Yeah, as I can imagine, fitness business owners probably handle injuries in a reactive way and don't understand
Correct.
what they could be implementing in a proactive way through a system like what you're talking about.
That's a great way of saying it, Matt.
Yeah. So, so tell me a little bit about those particular studio owners that actually put this into practice. How does this help them differentiate themselves in the market?
Number one is it really helps you bridge that proverbial gap. We've all heard about that gap between rehab, medicine, and fitness. There's a huge gap where people are now leaving physical therapy, chiropractic care because insurance isn't covering it anymore. Insurance premiums are going up. Premiums are going up, but the amount of care people are getting are going down. So now these people, they're sort of left in a sort of limbo because they're not ready to fully invest in a workout program, but they don't know where to go because the doctors are saying, hey, go exercise and work out, but they don't really have a guide to do that. What's cool about this system, the integrated movement system, it allows fitness owners to set up this system in their gym so that way they can fill that void that's currently existed, because these people are trying to go to their health clubs and they're going to just an average Joe trainer, and they will quickly get broken down. And then again, it just starts that whole cycle again, back to injury, back to physical therapy, back to more medications, whatever it may be. But this gives you an opportunity as a fitness owner to really fill in that gap and attract these individuals that are looking for health and fitness professionals specifically, just like you, that have a specific system to address these joint issues, these muscle issues, these orthopedic issues that aren't being solved by medications and more therapy and more chiropractic types of care.
Yeah, no, I can totally understand that and see that. So, okay, so I have an opportunity to attend your session, Client Retention Through Injury Prevention at EFPS. What do I get to walk away with after I attend that session?
So what we're going to do is it's going to be a little bit of lecture and a little bit of hands-on, because I need to share with you the background of the integrated movement system, why we use the system, and what the system is all about. And then we'll walk you through this exact system. I'll show you exactly how to use the system so that way you can actually feel the difference in your body. Because one of the things we teach in all our programs, in fact, we're doing a certification here in a little bit, and we'll give the opportunity for your participants also to join the certification program, is we want you to own this information in your own body. Because a lot of us as health and fitness professionals, we have our own issues. People know my story. I've had bilateral rotator cuff and labral tears, and doing the things I was taught in rehab and at all these workshops, and I injured my own shoulders, and that's really where the integrated movement system started. So what we're going to walk you through is specifically why we created the system, what the system is about, and then experience it in your own body so you can see, oh wow, my exercise has a direct impact right then and there. And then you'll be able to just take a couple of these keys and use them right away in your system, in your approach that you're already using. And then we'll invite you to join us for further training if you enjoy the session and you get some of that benefit out of it, which I know you're going to get a lot of benefit. And it's going to be a very eye-opening experience for all the participants.
Yeah, no, I'm excited to let people know that it's going to be a hands-on experience, right? They get to experience what this is all about.
Absolutely.
And again, a lot of the purpose of what we're trying to accomplish with EFPS is for these studio owners to leave with things that they can implement right away. So it sounds like this will be a great session for that.
Absolutely. We're all about making sure that every session, obviously there's more that there's too much information to teach in a 45-minute, 60-minute session. However, we are very big about, we give you things to go home and use right away. You'll be able to take this information and go home and implement it into your workouts right away. It's going to blow you away how powerful this system actually is.
Yeah, no, that's terrific. So somebody's watching this and they're on the fence whether they should come to Indianapolis in September, take time away from their studio to invest in something like EFPS. What would you tell them? Why should they attend EFPS?
If you're on the fence, this is a great opportunity to network with other like-minded individuals, health and fitness professionals. I love this event because there's no chest beating. There's no people walking around like I own this place and it's my way or the highway. It's just a bunch of studio owners and health and fitness professionals coming together to make each other better, to learn, to empower each other. We love this event, and obviously we love working with you guys at Fitness Revolution as well.
Well, awesome. Well, we appreciate you very much. And thank you, Dr. Osar, for taking time to get on here and talk a little bit about your session. I'm excited to learn more about that. And for those of you who are watching, if you're ready to sign up for EFPS, just go to our website, frnation.com/EFPS. You can read more about that. You can learn more about the other speakers who are speaking and all the great events that we have, and you can register there as well. Dr. Osar, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me. I look forward to seeing you, meeting you at EFPS 2019.